When we are ashamed of someone or something, a family member, our home, our car, none of it really has to do with what people think of what or who we're ashamed of. What it really has to do with is our fear of what we think the people will think of us, since we are identified with what or who we're ashamed of. So when it's all said and done, we are ashamed because we're afraid that people will judge us by who we're identified with, or by what or who identifies with us. But who really cares what people think, especially if they're the type of person to judge us based upon our family or quality of living? Maybe, sometimes, we're even ashamed of our Lord Jesus. Maybe we're afraid that our neighbors or so-called friends will call us a holy roller. But when we truly see what God has done for us, how He created us, He saved us, He healed us, He delivered us, He conquered us, made us into His own image, then how could we possibly be anything but proud of our Lord Jesus? He was not ashamed to be identified with a piece of trash going to hell as we were. And yet, we will turn around and be ashamed of Him. He who saved our lives by giving His for us. I am proud of God.
So Gordon, when are you ever gonna finish your painting project here?
Joe, I'm doing this?
I know, because if I was doing it, it would already be done.
Hello.
Yeah, come on in, Tony.
Oh boy, I'm hungry.
Sit down. Read this. This will take away your appetite. New notice from the Mayberry Sun. New production by Gordon Miller and Company to be considered politically incorrect by left-wing drama critics.
No, that just makes me hungrier.
By the way, you're late.
I forgot this was Gordon's Saturday to serve breakfast. I woke up Fernie banging on Blaze's door.
Blaze has next Saturday.
What's Fernie doing at Blaze's? He spend the night there again?
No, remember he's rooming with Blaze now. Brecky's selling their place.
Oh, that's right.
I wonder if she's had any offers on that place yet.
I don't know. But to return to the subject of Fernie, he didn't appreciate me waking him up until I reminded him where breakfast was this morning. So he should be.
Fernie, please, I've had nightmares all night long. I don't want to hear any more about jail.
I thought it was a good experience.
All right.
What are you two talking about?
You know we just spent a whole day and night in jail, and we'd still be there if some unidentified person hadn't bailed us out.
Listen, I thought it was a great experience. It molds character.
Yeah, and the inmate they called Big Bubba was about to mold your character into an ashtray if they'd waited 1 minute longer to let us out of there.
I could have taken him. He would have regretted taking me.
The only regret we would have had was the bad case of indigestion he'd felt after eating you alive.
Okay, never mind, Bubba. How did you guys land in jail, and why didn't you call any of us?
Well, Fernie caused another fight on Maple Street, and the responding officer finally said enough was enough.
I think you boys need to stop passing out flyers over there.
I'd have liked to see you guys in the slammer.
Bertie, I'm sure your tough guy character kicked in and the bad guys scattered.
Well, we were doing just fine with all the rest of the guys in the tank, and then Blaze looked at me and said, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. You know, that kind of tipped them off. They called me Toto the rest of the time we were there.
By the way, Joe, I think your new Christian dating account just updated. Not sure why, but they sent the email to me.
Here, watch it now.
Never mind.
No?
Hold on, wait a minute. What Christian dating account?
And never mind that too.
Tell me more about this.
Hey, Fern, we were just talking about yours and Becky's place. You get any hits on it yet?
Oh, no. That ship has sailed. Tony, details.
There are no details, okay?
See, at first I didn't even know what it was, because it addresses Joe by the handle he chose, which is Snooky Baby.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You just had to say it, didn't you?
I knew it. The Gribbs has a tender side.
Let me step outside a moment to laugh at you.
Hey, did you guys see the game the other night?
No. Man card revoked.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, folks. And we need to do something about it.
I'm doing something about I'm eating.
No. We should be eating outside. It's gorgeous.
Yes, let's have a picnic. Ooh, that's a good idea.
I have some kind of salad we can grill.
Ooh, that sounds great.
You guys are talking about like we're gonna do this thing right now.
Hey, why not? No, let's go ahead.
Okay, right here. Like, go over there so it comes to me. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There it is, gents. We are one step closer to that new syndicate contract.
You know, I don't mean to be a stick in the mud, but I'm not super thrilled about that syndicate racket. I'm afraid that we're gonna find out it's a big mistake.
Why, Gordon? So they want to cut in on a little bit of the profits. So what? We're not losing money, we're gaining.
Besides, it's all spelled out in the contract that they can't change the subject matter of the play.
Yeah, the subject matter of this play. But anything new is up for haggling until all parties agree. I don't like being tied to a group like that over creative license. They're nothing but a bunch of liberals that struggle to find polite terminology for whatever little group feels slighted that day and needs a hug. Our stories are not about being nice. They're about telling the truth.
Well, I'd have to agree with you there, but what are we going to do? We've already signed the contract.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
What are you looking at?
There's nothing that says
You
we
guys never seen fun before. I definitely know how to help a girl out. What are you looking at?
Just wait, late. Wait.
You guys want one too. Don't lie. What a beautiful day outside. Okay. I got you. Take me away from here.
Hey, bro, you all right?
Yeah.
All right, then let's play.
No, you guys go ahead, play without me.
What?
Sorry, bro.
What's that about?
I have no idea.
Yes?
Hi, I'm trying to reach the lady that was with you earlier at the park. Could I see her, please?
You know Elaine?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, she isn't here. An ambulance just picked her up and took her to the hospital. She had a heart attack.
What?
How do you know Elaine?
Where did he take her? Please tell me.
She's at First Mercy Care Hospital on...
Andy boy, how you doing, sweet guy?
I'm fine, Elaine. It's good to see you again.
I'm sorry about today. I didn't know you were gonna be there. I didn't mean to embarrass you. I never want to embarrass you.
Elaine, it's fine. I just want you to get well.
That's Tom. His wife's name is Phyllis. They're from the shelter that took me in. Bless their hearts, they're trying to clean me up. You know. You know how hard that can be, Andy boy. You've tried once before. But I'm just not any good. Never done nothing right.
Have you forgotten that you saved my life once?
That's right, Andy boy. I forgot. How could I forget?
It's because you've been focusing on everything bad that you've done that you've forgotten there's some good in there too.
Is that why you never invited me to stay with you? Is that why you never introduced me to your friends?
Elaine,
Forget it, kid. That isn't a fair question. I'd only embarrass you like I did before. I'd only bring you down. And I'd rather live the rest of my life alone than do that. You've done well for yourself, Andy boy. I'm proud of you.
Elaine, it's not that way at all. I guess I just never thought my friends would accept you. Maybe I've never given them the credit they deserve.
Really, Andy? Was it that you didn't think that they would accept me? Or that they wouldn't accept you anymore? It's okay, Andy. I love you. I've always loved you. And I've never blamed you. I've done this to myself. But I'm really tired now, Andrew. I think I'll
Yeah, let's exchange contacts, and I will keep you informed of how she's doing.
Thank you.
Hey, bro, what's the idea of running off like that? You have a hot date or something?
I just have some stuff I need to take care of.
Hey, speaking of hot date, I just heard old lady Simmons down the street just put sod in her backyard.
And I collect large bowls of lint. So what?
Yeah, what does it have to do with a hot date?
Open your ears, ladies and little men. She's dating the owner of the sod company.
Dude, you never said that.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Forget it.
So, Joe, how do you know about this if the sod is in her backyard?
Gordon's yard ain't the only one he peeks in.
Listen, I saw the sod truck deliver it and the workers taking it to the backyard.
Maybe, but I bet you still peeked.
They did have to meet with my approval.
Aha! Shame on you, peeking over Miss Simmons' backyard like that. What has she been sunbathing?
She's 80!
That's all the more reason not to peek!
Sorry. I didn't mean to barge in.
That's okay. Can we help you?
Well, I'm looking for...
Looking for who? Do you know someone here?
Well, I know Andy.
Who's Andy?
Do you mean Blaze? Blaze, do you know this lady?
No. I've never seen this woman before.
The fireman said the house is out of control. There's no way to get to it now. But what did she do? She grabbed her little apron off of her that was wet with wash water and wrapped it around her face and run through those blazes and the policeman trying to stop her. She ran up the stairs real quick while her loving baby was laying there. And she grabbed the baby and she thought, if the wet garment protected me, but now if I take the baby back to, it'll cut it to pieces, those flames. So she wrapped the baby in her own wet garment, held it in her bosom, and run through the blazes, and they tore the meat from her face. So that's the reason she's ugly. She's ugly, but you might be pretty. And you mean you'd turn your back on your mother that made such a sacrifice? In shame, she bowed her head.
Even at my worst, you love me. And yet I would dare to be ashamed of you, Lord. Hello?
Mr. Taylor, this is Tom, Elaine's caretaker.
Hello, Tom. What's going on?
They released Elaine a few hours ago without telling us, and no one seems to know where she is.
What do you mean they don't know? She had a heart attack, and they just let her go just like that?
It appears that way. We're doing what we can, but I want to let you know in case she comes to you.
She won't come to me. She'll disappear again for several years like she always does, and then show up at the worst possible time like she always does.
Mr. Taylor, it is none of my business, but I think you ought to give Elaine a chance. You have caused the first glimpse of hope we're ever seen in Elaine. You might just be what it takes to help her out of this hole she's gotten herself in.
You're right, Tom. It is none of your business.
I'm sorry I bothered you.
I'm telling you, she's as ugly as homemade soap.
Joe, shame on you talking about people like that.
Oh, I don't mean anything by it.
Miss Johnson can't help what she looks like. I think she was in a car accident years ago.
Who's talking about Miss Johnson? I'm talking about old lady Simmons and her boyfriend of 33.
Oh, it's not obvious he's a fortune hunter.
Oh, not at all.
Who's a fortune hunter? Joe?
You better believe I am.
Dad, you need to stop now.
Okay, not to change the subject, but Gordon, I think we have some unwanted people around here.
You mean Joe?
Oh. Oh, Foolish Virgin Incorporated.
Joe, that was a good one. Yeah.
No, I mean, there was a creepy lady wandering around the yard this morning.
What?
Yeah, some creepy lady wandering around the yard this morning.
Do you mean that one?
Yeah.
Don't move.
I am so sorry.
He didn't mean to yell at you, ma'am, but you're about to step in a landmine.
In fact, he's the reason they're there.
Can we help you?
Blaze, do you know this lady?
No. I've never seen this woman before.
Can you know someone here, ma'am?
Elaine, wait. I know her. Elaine, these are my friends. Everyone, this is my sister, Elaine.
Your sister.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes, this is my dear older sister Elaine. In fact, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. When I was only 8 years old, I was playing with some of my friends in front of our house, and there was a truck coming for me that I didn't see. She pulled me out of the way just in time.
Yeah. Well, Elaine, the pleasure is ours. And you must be hungry. Breakfast is ready. Come on.
You had something to do with this, didn't you?
I can't imagine what you're talking about.
Sure you can.
Andy, let me ask you something.
Ask away.
You feared your friends wouldn't receive your sister. When I first met you folks, do you think they would have received her then? Knowing that she was an alcoholic in the way she demonstrated herself yesterday?
No. I don't think they would have.
So if I'm hearing you right, they changed a little bit.
Yeah, they have. We all have. Since you've been here. It's something... This is what I've prayed for a really long time.
Well, that's what you get for praying.